Hello guys, this is Amol Khedkar. I welcome you to this video. Today we'll be talking about a recent article that I came across which said that ashwagandha, which is an Indian traditional medicine, can be used to cure coronavirus. So, people asked me if there is any truth to this claim. So, I'll just explore all the possibilities and give you the information that I know as of now, uh, so that you can get an idea of how exactly to go about you know even believing the claim that ashwagandha can cure coronavirus. So before you get started, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because nobody is giving you these kind of interesting analysis of worldwide topics, including Indian topics on a daily basis. So please don't forget to subscribe. So what is ashwagandha, right? I will just get into briefly into it. So the clinical name is Withania somnifera, which is commonly known as ashwagandha in India, which is in Indian ginseng, poison gooseberry, or winter cherry. I've heard about this, plant since a long time, and since my childhood, many people have told me that ashwagandha has healing properties and it is an Ayurvedic medicine, which literally has no side effects and many things like that. So it is a plant in nightshade family. Several other species in the genus Withania are morphologically similar. Although commonly used as a medicinal herb in Ayurvedic medicine, there is no conclusive clinical evidence that it is effective for treating any ailment. So it is widely used medicinal herb in Ayurvedic medicine, but there is no conclusive clinical evidence that it is effective for treating any ailment. So that's where things stand right now. So as you can see, this is what an ashwagandha berry looks like, and so there's a berry and there's a plant. So and the leaves are also very medicinal. So there are two to three things in here. As you can see, there's a berry, there's a flower, there's a berries inside the flower, and then there are fruits. So I'll not go into much details about that, but all you can see here is that the flowers are small, green, and bell-shaped. The ripe fruit is orange red. So and it is a Sanskrit word, as you might know. Ashwagandha is a combination of the Sanskrit words shwa, meaning horse, and gandha, meaning smell. So is the Sanskrit word for horse. I have also studied Sanskrit, and gandha means smell. That is perfectly true. So ashwagandha, in the sense like the smell of horse. That's what it means. To be very honest, so reflecting that the root has a strong horse-like odor. So the root of it has a strong horse-like odor. That's why it's called ashwagandha. So it is cultivated in many parts of the drier regions of India. It is also found in Nepal, China, and Yemen. Many people might not even know it. It is called by different names in Nepal, China, and Yemen, but it is definitely found in all these three countries as well. And in India, it is called ashwagandha, but in other parts of the world, it might be called something else. It prefers dry, stony soil with sun to partial shade. To propagate, it can be grown from seed in an early spring or from greenwood cuttings in the later spring. So, why are people saying that this can cure coronavirus is because, it has been used for centuries in the Indian traditional medicine. So, it is prone to several pests and diseases. Leaf spot disease caused by, this Alternaria alternata is the most prevalent disease which occurs in a severe form in Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh. So, a decline in the concentration of its secondary metabolites occurs by leaf spot disease. A tree hopper feeds on the apical portions of the stem, making them rough and woody in appearance and brown in color. So, this ashwagandha medicine has been used to cure, various pests and various diseases. That's why people are saying that it might even be a probable medicine for coronavirus. So, this is the chemical components of it. So now, why is it so important in traditional Indian medicine, right? So druggist's jar containing dried roots of ashwagandha. So these are the dry roots of ashwagandha, and people just store them. Dried roots of, so this is how they look. So the plant, particularly its root powder, okay, has been used for centuries in traditional Indian medicine. As I said, this is a plant that might not be very popular in the allopathic medicine, but it is definitely very popular in the traditional Indian medicine, and it is used for many different things. Mainly due to the poor quality of clinical research, there is no high quality evidence that it provides any medical benefit and may cause adverse effects if taken together with prescription drugs. So there is poor quality of clinical research. Most of the research happens in allopathic medicines. That's why the Ayurvedic medicines are not that highly researched, and that is the reason that the clinical research on this plant is not that deep and thorough. There is no high quality evidence that it provides any medicinal benefit and may cause adverse effects if taken together with prescription drugs. So, if it is taken along with prescription drugs, does it cause any adverse effects? People don't know at this point. Okay, I just want to bring out the facts to you so that you can understand what to believe. But to be honest, what I think is that Ayurvedic medicines really don't even have any side effects. So if you take an Ayurvedic medicine by itself without any prescription drugs, it is not going to have any side effects. Okay, so even homeopathic medicines and Ayurvedic medicines don't have any side effects. They are just really good medicines, and because they don't have side effects, that's why that's one of the reasons why they are so popular. Because allopathic medicines have side effects, right? So if you take an allopathic medicine, if you say you take like ibuprofen or like some fever reducing medicine like Crocin or Vicks Action 500 in India, or ibuprofen, Tylenol, which are available in the US or Canada, then they are fever reducers. They reduce the fever in your body, but they do have some adverse effects as well. If you take these kind of medicines for a long time, surely your body is going to react to that. But traditional Indian medicines or Ayurvedic medicines or homeopathic medicines don't have any side effects. That's what I've heard, and that's what I've even observed on a first hand basis. So I have taken allopathic medicines as well as Ayurvedic medicines, but Ayurvedic medicines are really good, and they have been tried and tested for thousands of years in the Indian mythology, even in Indian, various parts of India, and the knowledge of them has been passed on from generation to generation. So, dietary supplements containing ashwagandha are marketed in the US, but there is no evidence that they have any effect. So, there are dietary supplements. So, as you know, like calcium sandos, right? That's like a dietary supplement. So dietary supplements containing ashwagandha are marketed even in the US, but there is no evidence that they have any effect. Because to be very honest with you, there is a whole lot of bias that goes on to researching traditional Indian medicine, because as I've always said, America or most of the Western countries are pretty racist in their attitudes, and that's why they like to just have a sort of pride in their own medicinal research, and they always think that anything that is outside of the Western culture is just not right, or that's just not up to the mark and things like that. So I would not be surprised if a research is carried out by scientists in India or any other parts of the world other than the Western countries, and they find that ashwagandha is able to cure coronavirus. I'll not be surprised if that happens, because there is a whole lot of bias in all of these Western countries. There is a whole lot of bias. Let me be very honest with you. They just keep on propagating their own agenda, and as you can see right now with the George Floyd protests, right, there is institutional racism in America and Canada. There is systemic racism. The system is racist. The system treats white people differently and black and brown people differently. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why they are just so arrogant that they will not even research traditional Indian medicine, even though it will have whole lot of benefits. So I don't expect these Western people to change anytime soon. You can just have like a hope with most of the George Floyd protests and things like that. But to be honest with you, I've been researching the Western civilization for the past 10-12 years. The arrogance is so much embedded into their culture that I don't think it's going to change very soon. Okay, that's just my honest opinion, and you come to this channel for honest opinions, so I give you my honest opinions. So I would really prefer somebody in India to research this medicine, and if it really comes out to give a proper results for curing coronavirus, it can definitely I will not be surprised with that, because Western countries do have their own bias. I'll just go through one more news article to give you an idea. So this is from India.com. Here is how Giloy and Ashwagandha treat coronavirus. So Giloy is another tradition in Indian medicine. Giloy and Ashwagandha have a significant role to play in the treatment of novel coronavirus infection. Let's know how they actually help. So these are the herbs. As the number of cases of coronavirus is rapidly increasing every day worldwide, researchers have intensified their search for an effective COVID 19 treatment and vaccine. Multiple clinical trials are happening around the world, and various medicines and herbs have come out as a possible treatment for the coronavirus. Okay, two of them include Giloy and Ashwagandha. Whether you believe it or not, herbs do play a role in boosting your immunity and eradicating the virus from the body. As you can see here now, this is an article from India.com. So that's why they are being very frank here. Whether you believe it or not, because many Western people really don't believe inside deep down inside of them that herbs do play a role in boosting your immunity and eradicating the virus from the body. They don't believe any of this. But if your tradition is from India, if your ethnicity is from India or from any other part of the world, say China or Africa, then you will believe that herbs do play a role in boosting your immunity and eradicating the virus from the body, and this has been scientifically proven for centuries. There is a people often think that mythology is not real science, but many evidence has now been found out that Ramayana and Mahabharata are real scientific things, and people have launched campaigns to prove that Ramayana and Mahabharata are the events that actually happened in India. There are places in India called Kurukshetra, Dwarka. There are many things in India that prove that Mahabharata and Ramayana did actually happen. So that's why I think, and if you know the story of Sanjeevani Booty, that was so Lakshman wanted to Hanuman wanted to cure Lakshman's ailment, and that's why he went to get the Sanjeevani Booty, and he literally just brought the entire mountain to Lakshman. So what I mean to say is that now Sanjeevani Booty is just again a herb, right? It's a plant. So that has been documented in the Indian mythology, and Indian mythology. So I am not a very traditional person, but all I can say is that I've had a sort of sweet realization that Western culture is really not that up to the mark, and the traditional Indian culture and traditional Indian mythology really have some roots into them, which if you explore, you can really understand the world in a much better fashion. That's just my honest opinion. This has been proved by science. Look at this. Whether you believe it or not, herbs do play a role in boosting your immunity and eradicating the virus from the body. This has been proved by science. Science has proved that herbs help in boosting your immunity and eradicating the virus from the body. Though we are not sure if Giloy and Ashwagandha can completely cure the coronavirus disease, they do have a significant role to play in the treatment of this viral infection. So, we are not completely sure, but they do have a very significant role in treatment of this infection. Recently, a study was conducted by the group of scientists at the IIT Delhi in collaboration with AIST Japan. They found that ashwagandha does have strong potential in fighting novel coronavirus. Here we tell you how these two herbs help you being in good health and reduce your risk of being critically ill after contracting the coronavirus. So, the study conducted by IIT Delhi and AIST Japan, they found that ashwagandha does have strong potential in fighting coronavirus. And now, we can just see in the next two paragraphs how exactly does it reduce the risk of contracting coronavirus. Benefits of Giloy. This Ayurvedic herb is a powerhouse of antioxidants that neutralize free radicals and prevent inflammation. So again, Giloy is an Ayurvedic herb which is a powerhouse of antioxidants that neutralizes free radicals and prevents inflammation. So just like a fever reducer. Also, it purifies blood, boosts immunity, flushes out toxins from the body, and fights against bacteria and virus effectively. It purifies blood. It has so many treatments, right? So it purifies blood, it boosts immunity, and to be honest with you, Indian traditional medicine has always been, been an advocate of boosting the immunity. Allopathic medicine is something that tells you that, after you contract a disease, then we will treat you, right? But Indian medicine is not like that. Indian Ayurvedic medicine is something that believes in boosting immunity rather than, just treating the disease after it has manifested into the body. So that's why Ayurvedic medicines really definitely boost immunity. They flush out toxins from the body and fight against bacteria and virus effectively. Consuming giloy juice can help you get rid of fever, which is one of the signs of coronavirus. Consuming giloy juice can help you get rid of fever. Really so important, right? And fever is like the one of the signs of coronavirus. Its anti-inflammatory properties help in tackling respiratory problems like cough, cold, and breathing problems. So all these things are definitely related to coronavirus, right? People have told you, you might have heard in the news and in articles that, you know, what happens in coronavirus is that you get fever, you get cough, cold, breathing problems, everything. And this Giloy Ayurvedic herb, it helps in tackling all these respiratory problems. So definitely, there is, some truth to the saying that Giloy might be able to prove coronavirus. These are also major signs of the novel coronavirus infection, as I said. Now, benefits of ashwagandha. This ancient medical herb provides almost every health benefit you can think of. I'm not the only one that is so fond of the traditional Indian medicine or the Indian, tradition or the way of living in India. Ancient medical herb provides almost every benefit you can think of, from improving immunity to reducing stress, regulating blood sugar level, and lowering cholesterol. Ashwagandha does it all for you. I just name me one allopathic drug that does something like this. I'm not a doctor. I do not have a medical degree. I'm not licensed physician as such. But all I can tell you is that I have researched this, human body system very thoroughly. And there is a video on my channel where I say that how does your body try to save you from coronavirus? Go and check out that video. I, give a detailed analysis of how exactly I think. Your body develops immune system by itself. You don't have to do anything. Your body does it by itself. You don't have to take any medicines, no drugs, nothing. So from improving immunity, so ashwagandha helps in improving immunity to reducing stress. It reduces stress, regulates blood sugar level, and lowers cholesterol, everything. A recent research conducted by the scientists at IIT Delhi has found that ashwagandha contains certain bioactives that interact with SARS-CoV-2. So it contains some bioactives that interacts with the coronavirus. This has been found in the study at IIT Delhi. This herb contains a natural compound called vethanone, whose chemical name is YN, that can block the replication process of the novel virus and treat the condition. So this herb contains a natural compound called vethanone that can block the replication process of the novel virus and treat the condition. So why do you think the coronavirus is just so infectious, right? Because it spreads from people to people, and that's why it replicates very fast. But what they're saying is that in this research they found that ashwagandha can block the replication process of coronavirus, and so it can treat the condition. That's how it can treat the condition. So I just wanted to give you different perspectives of where exactly things stand regarding ashwagandha and coronavirus. So I gave you a complete analysis of what exactly is ashwagandha, and what was found in the research that was recently conducted at IIT Delhi about ashwagandha being a cure for coronavirus. So if you liked my analysis of this article, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like these, because nobody else is doing detailed analysis of worldwide topics with an Indian mindset on a daily basis. You really don't want to miss out on any of this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.